And it has been a journey. You know, when I got to the hotel yesterday, I saw so much school spirit, and I thought, wow, there's so many colleges here. And then I realized that the Elite Eight was playing at the Atlanta. So I got very excited because there were Spartans and Tigers and all that stuff. But the spirit is here in this room today. We won't be playing basketball, but we'll be doing a lot of other really good work. And I want to thank Nicole for kicking off this afternoon's session. And I mean, how about the amazing Atlanta's women's course? That was just something else. That was beautiful. And a thanks to the entire Campus Compact team for the work that they've been doing to get ready for the weekend sessions, for this conference. I came in here yesterday, I saw you in a side room folding up t-shirts and organizing bags and doing all that behind the scenes things, but doing the big work too that you do across the country every day. So thank you to the team for Campus Compact. We really appreciate you, and a round of applause for that hardworking staff. You know, the theme of the conference is Uniting Through Public Purpose, Building for Impact, and it reflects the work that all of you in this room are doing every day, and for that we are profoundly grateful. And imagine that, 40 years of Campus Compact. That's really a legacy to build upon. And Susan, I just want to thank you for your leadership, and I'm so thrilled to have you as a board colleague now as we do this next body of work. And when you think about it, founded in 1985 by the presidents of Brown, Georgetown, and Stanford University, along with the president of the Education Commission of the States, and Susan, these higher education leaders shared a concern about the ongoing health and strength of democracy in the United States. They believed that higher education could contribute more effectively to sustaining our democracy by building robust support structures for civic and community engagement. I think it is safe to say that those founding presidents have probably moved on to other roles 40 years later, but it is equally safe to say that the necessity, the imperative for Campus Compact remains, and today is probably more important than we could have ever imagined. And it seems fitting that we are here in Atlanta, home to the King Center as well. And I'm reminded of the words of Dr. King when he said that today, our very survival depends on our ability to stay awake, to adjust to new ideas, to remain vigilant in challenge and in the face of the challenge of change. Those words ring very true today. But over the last several years, there has been a growing distrust in some of the sectors that we've always counted on in our democracy. From government to higher education, the media, church, organized religion, lots of distrust has come through. And in a recent conversation that some of our colleagues had in Washington, D.C., with an official there, when we asked, what do we do about this problem of trust? What do we do about the problem of trust in higher education? And he said, don't talk about higher education, which is a little challenging when that's your business. But he said, rather, talk about your institutions, talk about your impact, talk about the difference that you make every day. And through our work in community and civic leadership and problem solving and engagement in education, we do have powerful results to talk about. We do have an impact to share. This work that you are doing has results. It builds communities, as Bobby says, and it provides our students with skills that they can use now and successfully as they move into their professional, continued civic, and personal lives. This morning, I don't know if any of you had a chance to read it, but Bill DeBon, who's with the National College Attainment Network, had a piece in Inside Higher Education. And he noted that despite the challenging times that we're in and the relentless messages questioning our purpose and our impact, he said that students themselves are telling us they still want to go to college. That despite the debacle last year, Fast for Completion is ahead this year, the Common App is up, fall semester in '24 actually saw increased enrollments, and overall graduate rates are improving at some campuses. Not all, but many, and we still have many students who are left behind. But there's a trend, and our students are doing that work. He also references the significant gap that exists between jobs that currently or will be available and the degree attainment that we have in this country, so that there is still a big piece of work to do. But what his message was is that our students still believe in the promise of higher education, and so should all of us. We all need to believe in the promise of higher education. This is a room of true believers. This is a room where we know about the promise and the power of higher education, but clearly we do have work to do. It is important that we keep working to share what we are doing while also doing a better job at elevating the impact and understanding the outcomes. And let us all be reminded that we really do need one another. There's an attempt to divide us, and we are stronger when we are together, when we do that work together, when we stay true to the mission of opening doors wide for opportunity, access, and education. Let's build upon the networks in this room. Let's remain hopeful and help all of our students, current and future students alike, realize the promise of higher education. And let's take the heart and the wisdom of Dr. King when he said yet again that we must accept finite disappointment, but never lose infinite hope. And I know that we will find hope and inspiration as we recognize this afternoon's recipients of the 2025 Richard Garassi and Edward J. Padron Awards for Presidential Leadership. They certainly inspire me and give me great hope.